All right. Well, welcome. Thanks for coming to the monthly Voter Information Committee meeting. We moved it from April 17th to April 24th, so hopefully our viewers found us. There's no one here for public comments, so I'd like to call the meeting to order, and all the committee is present, so we're able to proceed. We have a quorum. The third item on our agenda is to vote to approve the minutes from the March 20th meeting. I think we've all had a chance to review them, so I'd entertain a motion.
So, no, go ahead.
I motion to approve.
Yeah.
Second?
Okay. Does anyone want to discuss? Does anyone have anything they want to comment on or clarify at this point?
No.
Okay, then let's have a vote. All those in favor of approving the minutes from the March 20th meeting, say aye.
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 Okay, hearing no dissent, approved 3-0. Not 3-0, sorry, I've been watching too much baseball. Unanimously. Okay, so our next item on the agenda is the candidates forum with the League of Women Voters that's scheduled for May 14th. I think probably as a preliminary matter, I should just clarify that I am a candidate for the library board, so that is one of 2 contested races that will be part of the candidates forum, so I won't be involved in any aspect of the candidates forum relating to the library board.
And I work for the school district, and there is a contested school committee race, so I am not able to participate in that portion of the forum.
So therefore, Amy, what kind of updates do you have for us in that regard?
Rosemary
Shields?
Yes, she has been in contact with me and updating me every step of the way for who she's reached out to, who she's heard back from, and the next steps.
Okay.
So I think the last notice from her was she was going to attempt one more reaching out, and then we were going to go from there.
Are either of them like fully confirmed, or is she still waiting to hear from people in both races? I'm just wondering if one of them we don't.
One of them, I'm pretty sure that she's got all confirmations back. So she's got 4 out of the 4 responses for the library. We definitely have a candidates forum from 5 to 6 p.m. Let's keep our fingers crossed for the school committee. She just called yesterday. She called the 2 school committee candidates and left messages on their voicemail. So that's the last.
Okay, and at that point she hadn't heard back from either.
No.
Because occasionally we do have candidates who just aren't able or interested, whether there's a scheduling conflict or,
Yeah.
and so we don't even have to hold that portion if they can't be there.
Okay.
That's why I was asking.
And I'll just say that in terms of logistics, the Griffin room is reserved from 5 to 7. And my understanding is that the library board portion will be from 5 to 6, and the school committee would be from 6 to 7, if it's confirmed.
Okay.
And the thought was that it was a very small, there's not a big ballot this year. I could probably find it, but there weren't a lot of uncontested races. But if we wanted to give people an opportunity to make a statement, which I know we have in past years, there may be a period of time between the library board event or discussion and the school committee discussion. But I think that maybe we'll wait to see if the school committee is going to be part of the forum.
I would think so, because that would really affect the time.
The time, yeah.
And so my sort of understanding is that, you'll be there and able to participate in the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
we can be there
Mhm.
for our other parts, but we can just sit there and can't help in any way.
Right.
So I guess I was envisioning that we'd sort of flip flop.
Exactly.
Like
that's
I
what
would
was
be,
thinking.
usually we have one of us collect there's index cards that are passed around to the attendees who write their suggested questions on, and then one or two of us sit at a table and organize them so there's not duplicate questions.
Yep.
And then hand those to Rosemary, whoever's moderating. And I guess my thinking was that we could just flip flop those.
I was thinking that also,
roles.
and I
Okay.
know that the league is has a call out for volunteers to help also because they understand the the conflicts that we have.
Right.
So then what do I do while I'm there if I'm not doing that?
Oh yeah,
What
no, you're
else?
doing
you'd
it
help
too.
with that.
but
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like people need to be collecting cards, help sorting them, like liaison with Rosemary, whoever's moderating. So usually it's helpful to have like two people at the table.
And then there's a timer. Like I've been the
the
timer
timer
before
too.
that because there are usually 2 minutes per candidate for each question. So
Right.
you hold up and say 30 seconds and stop. So
Yeah.
and those roles are all kind of assigned the night of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's just a function of if it's scheduled for 5 to 7, we should probably plan on being there around 4:30 if our schedules allow that
Okay.
to just kind of finalize roles.
And as part of the room reservation, have we confirmed the recording as well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. So I think that we need to add once, I guess we'll wait to Amy, maybe when you hear back from Rosemary about whether there's a response from the school committee candidates, we could add the information about the form to the voter information committee website.
Okay.
Yes, I can pull up the flyer we've used in the past too,
Yeah.
and we've shared that like with Jamie to Air, and the libraries have shared it and that sort of thing. I think we even sent to the town clerk, and she put up copies at the town clerk's office here, not here in town hall, over there in town hall, so that people know that it's coming. And usually they will announce it at the select board meetings. So once we know for sure who's participating, then we can start
Okay.
sharing that out.
Yeah.
So
Okay. And we can update it to our website too. I think like we have a section on our website that
Yes.
says upcoming events or something.
Yep.
Anything else you think we need to talk about with the league event, the contested candidates
I
forum?
think so.
No, I just will say in the past, we have sort of made the declaration, excuse me, at our public meetings that because of like the tight time frame and the little details logistically that needed to be arranged, some of this work will be carried over via email in the next 2 weeks before the next time we have a meeting.
Right.
Okay.
So, we're letting everybody know that that's how we're gonna finalize these little details, because it gets to be a lot, when we're just trying to figure out exactly who's participating and
Right.
who's doing what.
But I think we've set up the strictures of the event so we're not
Right.
running afoul of any public
Exactly,
meeting laws because
yeah.
we're just talking about like logistics.
Right, following up on the things
Yeah.
that we've discussed here publicly. So I think the
Okay.
rest of it can be covered that way.
That sounds great. The next item on our agenda is the potential for voter information committee tables at town meeting to encourage voters to join a committee. So I have secured approval for that to happen. I had to get approval from the town moderator, Mike Ford. He approved. Carolyn Carey is going to have a table and chairs set up for us.
Okay.
So the town meeting is Monday, May 6th. It starts at 7. I was thinking maybe if we could be here at 6. And I'm not sure if all 3 of us need to do it. I think it would be good maybe to have 2 people at least I mean, at least two, just so if people have questions, we
Right.
can answer them. But, you know, I know it's busy time of year, so.
And we have the materials that we had previously prepared for this sort of informational campaign, so we can have printouts of those.
Great.
For people to take.
And I thought maybe we could create, so I went on our voter information committee website has a link to the select board committee vacancy. And so as of March 21st, there were 29 vacancies, including 2 for voter information committee. So I think it's a great opportunity, and hopefully we'll be able to spread the word. I didn't know if we should have, like, almost create a QR code that people could link to that website.
Yep, I can do that.
Okay. Because that's sometimes easier than, I know
Yep.
there's a lot of papers. And I'm not sure how often the select board updates the list of vacancies,
I'm not sure.
but I don't know, maybe we could check, not May 6th, but maybe
A couple days before.
a couple days before, or even next Tuesday would be the 30th, I guess. So maybe May 1st or something, there would be an update.
Yeah.
So,
I do know the new select board member is officially in place and was
Okay.
at the meeting Monday. And I know that was one of the things the person previously in that spot had done. So I don't know if it's, I know they all have various things they are liaisons to. So I don't know if that, the new person will be filling that
okay.
sort of role and making sure it's updated and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. So I think checking next week is a good.
I think that's
idea.
good. Just to have kind of, I think it would be helpful to have for our information table that night saying, you know, there's two openings on voter information, or there's
Yeah.
3
Please
on
come join
bikeways, or
us.
yeah, exactly. So, let's just start with, can we all staff the table for periods?
I'm
Yep.
just gonna check my
I can be
calendar
there the
real
whole
quick.
time.
Yes.
I know you have another committee too, Joy. I guess you probably maybe don't have a table that night, but
It has not been meeting
oh, okay.
frequently. And I'm assuming this is probably a dumb question, but I'm assuming it's just beforehand and then we can go in.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
participate in town meeting ourselves.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Okay.
maybe, personally, I'm happy to staff it to, like, you know, those first few articles that aren't really impactful.
Right.
But if anyone has, you know, a burning desire for those early ones, I
Right.
can stay.
And I'm sure we can leave any printed materials
Mhm.
there for people that may come in late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
perfect.
So we'll all plan on, you know, popping in for that. Like
And I'm sorry, you said 6?
6, I think.
Okay.
Do you think? 'Cause I don't know what time people start coming. But if we meet here at 6.
I mean, I think they probably start coming at 5. But
Okay.
I don't know if we need to be there that early.
Yeah. I mean, they can wander
big
into
night
the
for some
lobby.
people, yeah.
It is. It's true.
But I think
Um,
6 is fair.
Okay. So Joy, you're gonna make a QR code. Amy, do you mind checking the select board website
Nope, not at all.
the week before and just maybe printing out something that shows the vacancies? It's linked right on the select board's website, and then if we had a couple of copies of that, we could just share with folks.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And that's a nice lead into our recruiting new members for voter information committee. It's a standing agenda
Yeah.
item. But I think,
Come join us.
yeah, the last few months, really, we're so grateful you're with us, Amy, because we couldn't meet forever. But, you know, the last few months, we definitely had challenges with making quorums. So it would be nice to have a buffer, and more than a buffer, great to have an active
Right.
member so we could get back to some of the robust programming we used to do.
Yeah, to me, that's the key. I mean, the meeting challenges are one thing, but the fact that the more people we have, the more we can get done
Mhm.
is really, I think, important. And it's hard with so few of us who have, all of our other commitments as well.
Right.
I think if we have a couple more people, we could really do some impressive programming.
I was surprised that our voter on the select board list of vacancies, it says we're down 2 members. I thought when I joined we had more than 5 members. I don't know if it's I guess maybe it's maximum, but it would have been you, me, Emily, Chris Joyce. No, I guess not. Can't think of the last one's name.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess
Right.
it is 5, but
Yeah.
like it was amazing how much we were able to get done. I mean, part of that was, our mighty chair, Emily. But
Right, who was incredibly impressive. But yes, just having more people to divvy the work up. We
Yeah.
could do
and get
more
ideas
work.
and
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, join us.
Yeah.
And then under new business, unless other people, are we done talking? Okay, yeah, new business. I just want to let everyone know, I did reach out at our last meeting, we had talked about inviting Emily Mitchell to visit us at one of our meetings, just kind of talk about all things town clerk's office. And we were also going to investigate whether we could use the town's civic ready communication to share voter information, whether it was town meetings or, and Emily was prepared to come on the 17th, but then when we were rescheduling, I just let her know we were rescheduling, and I didn't invite her to this one because it was, I know it's a busy time for her, but she said she'd be happy to come another time, so I could reach out. Our next meeting is May 15th. Let's see if that's a good date for her, or also we could reach out for her to see her for the June meeting. So just wanted to update people on that.
Yeah, I fully support a kind of open invitation whenever it works for her at our next few meetings.
Okay. I guess the other thing I want to just raise is we will be running the some portion of us will be running the League of Women Voters Forum on May 14th. We are scheduled to meet the following day for our monthly voter information committee. I'd be happy to entertain discussion on whether that's necessary, or if we want to just wait, hold off and meet again in June.
The only thing, and we could probably decide real quickly right now, is if we're doing any sort of outreach for the town election, which would fall in between the May and June meetings. And I believe, again, we have materials prepared in past years that just essentially reminded people when the election was and to get out and vote and that sort of thing. So if we want to do that again, we can just update the dates.
Yeah.
And share that out. And I don't think we would need to meet solely for that discussion, unless anybody has thoughts or questions.
That's a good point. So the town election is May 21st. So if you're going to be in there updating the website with respect to the town meeting and voter just town meeting, you might as well add the information for town election too.
Right. And I know the town clerk's portion of the town website is really robust, and so I'll probably just put a small bit of information and refer back to that because she has all sorts of dates there.
That seems appropriate. And I think also, with any luck, we'll get some people applying for voter information committee, hopefully, but all other committees. But there is a process where the select board has to accept your application and then interview. So perhaps if we meet in June, it would allow time for a new member to be approved.
Yeah, I think that's great.
So, all right, then I don't know if that
So
has
what
to be
would
moved.
the June date be? And then we can make a motion.
Let me check. Sorry. So the third Wednesday in June is June 19th, which is Juneteenth, which means this facility would be closed.
Right.
So I guess we could do the 12th or the 26th.
Why don't we do the 12th since we'll be skipping?
Since we'll be early. Does the 12th work for you, do you know, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I move that we eliminate our May meeting, since we will be holding the candidates forum, and have our next meeting June 12th.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Hearing no opposition, it passes. So our next meeting will be June 12th, at 4:30, assuming this room is available.
Yes.
So we'll plan on that, and if it isn't, we'll have to regroup, but we would of course post an agenda in a timely manner so people will know.
Okay.
Any new business for you folks?
No, it's nice to actually have an event that we're
I
working
know.
on. Although kind of 1.5,
Yeah.
but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah, and hopefully, it's good to have some contested candidate races in town, and
Yeah, it's definitely healthy, so it'll be exciting.
yeah, great. All right, well, if there's no new business, any other new business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, great. Well, thank you. 4:52. We're not only a small, mighty committee, we're a speedy
We're
committee.
efficient.
Efficient, yes, exactly.
I mean, that's key, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no reason not to be.
You said 4:52. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Let me hit.
I can grab.